Hey, you. You're finally awake. I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
Wait. You there. Step forward.
Who? Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero.
What in oblivion is that? Red guard, get them!
There you go. Done? Let's get moving. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Wait!
Hi guys, my name is Brian and this is the very first episode of our new Let's Play series. We're going to be tackling multiple different quest lines with different builds. For this one, I thought we would start off with the Companions. Now, this build is going to be a warrior. We're going to be cleaning up the whole of the sort of Whiterun hold, as well as completing the quest line for the Companions. We're also, as a werewolf, going to be tackling the entire perk tree. And I've set myself some mini tasks. So the full mod list, or a link to my mod list, will be in the description, and a list of the achievements that we're looking to accomplish will be in the description as well, and we will be tackling these as we go through. For today's episode, really what we're going to be doing, I've skipped through all of Helgen for you guys. We're going to be travelling from Helgen through to Riverwood, helping out a couple of people in need, and then we're going to be going from Riverwood to Whiterun, speaking with the Jarl, and following our introduction to the Companions with the giant fight, we will be going and speaking to Codlac Whitemane down in the Companions and getting that whole quest line started. Now, a little bit of forewarning before we get into that. My world is unleveled, and what that means is certain areas have given a very distinct level, and if you approach them at a lower level than that, it's going to be very, very difficult. So I will also have a list of the various areas and their recommended levels in the description as well. So if you wonder why I'm having to go and level up a little bit before I go and do certain dungeons or certain quests, that'll be why. That is thanks to a couple of mods that I'm using called Skyrim Revamped. They are also linked in my load order doc, so please check that out if you've got any questions. But for now, let's crack on. Okay, so we're a little hungry. We are very much a warrior class. So just to give you guys the full rundown, I am a Red Guard. I have chosen to escape with Ralof rather than Hadvar, not necessarily because I wanted to join the Stormcloaks, which we won't be doing in this series. That will be its own entire series, doing the Civil War. Oh, thank you for that pop-up. But I did it so I could get my hands on some heavy armour as a warrior who was joining the Companions. Because their armour is heavy armour, the wolf armour, which is what I'm going to be using for the majority of the playthrough once we get it. I thought it would be handy to have a build which specialised in that. We are using the Valkyrie overhaul. Just check the warrior stone there real quick.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape.
They are indeed.
Warrior, good. Those stars will guide you to honour and glory.
Great. We're playing on a depth difficulty. I may increase this, but we have some decent challenges ahead of us with regards to the kind of dungeons we have to get into for this quest line. Being a build such as the warrior means that I imagine our level probably won't get too high.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Oh, we've got wolves attacking our back. Oh dear. Got him.
Victory or Sovngarde!
Can we carry any of that? Yeah, we got a little bit of carry weight. We could probably get away with it. Not the mace, I imagine, so we'll let that go. We'll keep the shield, the fur armour, and the boots. Hi, gods. Right, I'm doing a little worse for wear with regards to my health at the moment. And then wolves might actually prove a little difficult, so I'm going to just backpedal.
Be good.
And just to add an extra layer to the build here, because I am a warrior, I don't have any specialisation in restoration at all, so I won't be able to use magic to heal myself. We are completely oblivious to magic in this build. so we won't be using any of it. What we will be happy doing is using bought potions or found potions. So any adventurer in Skyrim will be well accustomed to what a potion could do, I would imagine, but not necessarily how to make them. So we're not an alchemist, we won't be able to knock a potion up, so any ingredients I definitely won't be able to use, but I can sell if they are of value. But yeah, most definitely, if we find a potion we can use it, if we buy a potion we can use it, but we can't make them. That's the difference. Just going to sell some stuff off before we go any further there. Okay, so we're going to keep the arrows, going to get rid of the mace and the war axe. I think we will go with a sword build for this one. So we'll keep the bow, get rid of one of those, get rid of the dagger. Get rid of the furs. One set each of those, all the Imperial light stuff, one of the shields. Yeah, and we are nice and light. Now, we are a smithing character, so I'm going to be keeping the pelts for the time being. I'll make a lot of leather and leather strips just to get our skill up a little. We'd also have the mage gear that we picked up from inside Helgen, so we'll go in and get rid of that real quick.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Okay, and this is where our lawful good character comes in. Despite everything we've just been through, if someone is in trouble or they seem like they're experiencing troubles, we're going to talk to them, we're going to help them, especially if it's in the Whiterun area. So, did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
I could help you get the claw back.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Oh.
Yes.
You're still gabbing?
You don't have to go, do you?
I need to sell some stuff, my son,
Well,
so...
I think you're a new helper.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
I've got this mage gear, which is useless to me. I'll get rid of the prisoner wraps as well. The rough spun. I'll get rid of that, get rid of that. There's no point in even disenchanting it, because I wouldn't know how quite literally is this kind of character. I don't feel like that's, you know, knowledge that anyone should know. In fact, what I would quite enjoy from a perk tree is that from an enchanting standpoint, you have to put a perk into it to be able to at least disenchant gear to get any further. I think that would be quite immersive, because the idea that anyone could take an item which has been possessed by magic in some way, shape or form over to a font and just remove said magic seems crazy. I've just knocked on my phone. Seems crazy to me. But that would be cool. Right, we are going to need food because it is survival mode. The ingredients, the bear claws, pointless. We can get rid of those. Salt pile and bone meal. We can get rid of the bone meal. Books, new beginning. We've already set our character. We don't need that. Tweaks volume 1. That's to do with horses. We don't need that. We can get rid of the spell tome. So what have we got? We've got 350 quid to play with. Let's go to your food. Oh, there we go. Get a venison chop down us. Miscellaneous. Okay, with a fine leather backpack there, which would come in real handy, especially early doors. The extra carry weight would really help us, but the hunter backpack, it costs more, but it's going to increase our bow damage. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. Yeah, let's grab that. Okay, so we've got ourselves a backpack. That's perfect. We've got a full set of armor, and we've got the weapons that we need as well. So for the time being, we don't need to do anything else. But let's just jump into the perk tree real quick. Block is one of our major skills. So just to take you through, we've got speech. We also have smithing, heavy armor, block, one-handed, and archery. So these are our starting to do with our class. We're sort of an adjusted warrior build. So I took the warrior build template. I removed two-handed because I had no interest in being, you know, two-handed and one-handed at the same time. And instead I put speech in there because I thought, given the lawful nature of our character, if we can diffuse a situation, such as, you know, intimidate someone or persuade someone to stop what they're doing, especially with the Headhunters mod in place as well, I think that would be really, really handy. And also being able to sell items that we don't need and getting a little bit more gold for it is definitely something I feel our character would be interested in. But if we look in the block tree, as I was mentioning before, Torch Bash. Bashing with a torch deals 10 times as much fire damage and causes living opponents to flee in panic. That is going to be really, really handy for us. So my idea here is when we're out and about and the lighting's good, we're going to use a shield. When we're going through a dungeon, to stop me from having to mess around with the brightness on my screen so that you guys can actually see what the hell's going on, we're going to use a torch. And when I seen this perk, I thought, you know what, definitely, that's definitely something we want to do. Yeah, so there we have it. That's my idea behind the block tree. Serves two purposes, which I'm really, really happy about. We're going to need to go to the inn here. Boop.
This is an ode to Skyrim.
We're going to need some food. Sorry, Delphine, I need to speak to him.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
Oh, I'm in need of some work. Do you have anything for me?
Of course. It's all in this note. Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new
There's a
batch.
missing merchant.
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
I'm looking for work. Have you got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Great. Kill or capture the bandit leader located at Valtime Towers. That's really handy because Valtime Towers is one of the locations I need to clear for my own little side quests. So, have you heard any rumours?
There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of
Windhelm.
Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
No, thank you. Anything
Have
else?
you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark
Nope.
Elves built.
Anything else?
We've got something of a love triangle here in Riverwood. Faendal and Sven, both vying for Camilla's affections.
Oh. Okay. What have we got for
Drink
sale,
for
my
the
man?
thirsty, food for the hungry.
Food, please, please, please. Okay, an apple pie. That's going to be good. We've got 8 quid. What else we got? I can't even afford it. It's crazy that a tomato is worth 15 gold. And a honey nut treat is worth 8. It's like they've been shopping at Asda. Oh, we do have some wine we could potentially sell. No, I'll keep the stuff.
Alright then.
Great, my health's not doing too swell. And we are a little hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and pouch on a venison chop.
You hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so we're not hungry anymore.
Bad.
I guess you don't have it.
Reel off. I missed my opportunity to speak to Gerda, so I'm going to try and catch her before she goes in the house.
New to Riverwood?
Do you have any supplies I can take?
Here's the key to the house.
I'm going to take them all. Oh, sneaking. Wow, that's worth so much money. Oh, we're going to be able to sell those. That's really nice.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
I'm going to steal your food now.
Hey, that... I saw you steal that.
Oh.
No, so don't get any ideas.
Oh, it is actually stealing the food. Well, I'm a lawful character. So I think I should probably speak to a god. Is there any gods?
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
What's your problem with Sven?
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
Well... depends how good the singing is. Anyway, you hope? You don't sound very sure.
I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Okay, I'll do it.
Tell me as soon as you've given Camilla the letter. Good day.
That dog can climb. I'm very sorry for stealing your food, Sigrid. I'm very... Will you forgive me? I think I have a mod installed, which means I have to actually ask permission to go and grab food.
Mara bless you for agreeing to help us.
Look, Fiendal asked me to give you this letter and see it was from Sven. And because I'm a good guy, I can't lie about it.
He what? What are you talking about? Why, that jealous idiot. Thought he could just manipulate me into never seeing Sven again? Thank you for telling me the truth. You should speak to Sven. I'm sure he'll want to thank you too for defending his name. Good luck.
Cool.
Lucan and I
will do that.
For you back in the shop.
The sooner you...
What have you got for seal, mate? He's got 900 squiddly winks. And we have stuff that we can't make use of anymore. Like this. Poof. Poof. Lovely. Amethyst. That's great. Great.
Alright then.
Alright then. I'll talk to Sven next time I'm in Riverwood. I forgot all about it. Okay. We are low on health. So pop 2 of those. Woo! Okay, so potions are heal over time exclusively now. So I made a mistake there. So you can see here, restores 4 points of health per second for 5 seconds. You see it's bumping my health up a little bit there. But not too much. Okay. So we will heal fully when we get a Whiterun because we'll be rested up. At least that's the goal. Take this rabbit meat in case I can do anything with it at a cougar. I use preset 28 on display enhancements to blur out the distance. Apologies if you don't like it, but it's my game. I'm the one playing it. You don't have to worry about that. Are we good? Are we still friends? I hope so. I'm coming! Leave some for me!
Takes care of that.
Slapped him down,
You
son.
handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother.
I'm apparently responding to Iella. You can see my mouth going crazy. What is a shield, brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to
Look into my eyes.
good luck.
Deep into my eyes, Kodlak, and tell me I'm a good man. Oh. See, so this is steel now. It's marked as steel, but I sort of need food. So I'm going to have to go speak to the farmer, I guess.
Yes.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
Can I harvest some crops for you?
Of course.
Wonderful. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, I've got potatoes, I've got leeks, I've got cabbages. Have I discovered the stables? Fantastic. I'll see you guys there. Hey. Hey.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
But Riverwood calls for the Jarl's aid. But I don't get anything for that, so instead, I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
I'm sure you will. We're going to be best friends. I'm going to bring him so many prisoners. He's going to have so much paperwork to fill out. He's going to hate me by the end. And then he'll remember. I should have let this guy in.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Well, he is now. I've got news from Helgen about the dragon attack. So shove it, Dark Elf.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, sir. I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
The dragon destroyed Helgen. And last I saw, it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus?
I doubt it.
Continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him.
Shut up, Proventus.
We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my...
And tell them to keep an eye out
That
for
would be best.
vegetable thieves.
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Holy hell.
Another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
You know, that's really weird, because I got that same piece of armor, which is amazing, when I played through as Cassandra from my first series, I believe, anyway. And then in little test runs that I've done between then and now, I've only ever received, like, leather armor. Nothing fancy at all.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project.
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Oh yeah, sounds super easy. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Yeah, sure.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial
And that is the last time I'm going to help you with anything. After this whole dragon stuff.
You know,
and that's because of the Jarl, not because of you, Mr. Rude.
Dragons. We need it.
Don't know how they work.
Before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgrup. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun
No, thank you. Just leave me alone now. Okay, food. Food. We need tomatoes. So can we find some tomatoes, potatoes? Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. We want veggie soup. 100%. Look at that. 1 point of health per second for 720 seconds. So that's 720 points of health. We're not going to need anything else over time. But also, because of the stamina, it means I can do power attacks whenever I need. So it is the perfect food item if you've got the resources. But we do have 2 salt piles, so I'll get a couple of rabbit haunches. Let's get to the pub where all successful adventurers go, and tomorrow, on a nice, you know, fresh night's sleep, stomach full of food, we'll go and have a chat with the companions and see what's going on, eh? So thank you guys for watching. Take care. My name is Brian. This is Botched Up Games, and remember, if you can't beat them, botch them. Tally bye.